Hello, everybody. Hope you all had a great weekend. Good start to the week so far for the market, but I got to admit, wasn't that impressed with today's session at all. The good news is we close higher than where we opened on the Nasdaq, on the S&P 500, on the Russell 2000, and on the Dow Jones Transportation Average. That's good. The bad news is, man, for such a strong start in the morning, I really thought we could build on the gains a little bit more to really push us to a breakout mode. However, once again, the final hour and the final last minute left a lot to the imagination, so whatever. It is what it is. NASDAQ still trying to round up off those oversold conditions. RSI, stochastics, TSV, MACD all starting to curl higher. So we'll see how that plays out. But overall, with the NASDAQ hitting new highs, there's nothing to really think about. Russell 2000, same thing, hitting new highs, nothing to think about. MACD, TSVs are moving higher. Stochastics, man, overbought can mean very, very bullish things. I mean, look at the stochastics. That's crazy. So this index could really, really run. I'm not going to cross my fingers or anything, but man, it would be nice. It'd be nice to get those kind of returns. The S&P 500, getting back to that, you can see its oscillators starting to curl up off the lows also, so everything is lined up there. Dow Jones Transportation Average getting back to there. It's also moving up off their lows, so everything is lined up there for higher prices. We have our oscillators in our favor. So that looks good. However, the weird thing is that due to the low volume overall with the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ below average volume days, my scans were actually pretty uneventful. Canned slim scans, borderline boring. Perfect speculator scans, nothing. Price volume surge scans, only a few stocks were flagged. But that then leads us, before we get to the new long positions, actually, I'm sorry, I want to go over the sells really quickly. We had 4 various sells today, but 3 were in speculative holdings. TROV has cut through the low a day here, which was my first sell stop, and then my final sell stop was below this level, 1081. As you can see, it sliced through them both on above average volume with BOP going red. So that's it. I don't care that TROV is holding the 50-day moving average. It is now below the low a day of our signal date, so that's it. TROV is done. 50-day moving average bounce coming up or not. Most of these stocks that we sell come back, so TROV probably will. And then EMKR, exact same similar situation. It might be right at the 50-day moving average, but I've already been taken out of it. I was taken out of it whenever it traded below 623 on this day here. So I'm out at 622, right around there, which was my final cut loss level back here. 621 was below the 519 low a day. That was my final cut loss level. Moved it up to this level. So EMKR totally out. But today, even though it's the 50-day moving average, that's it. From the original signal date, which was back here, it has failed. Dead money. So EMKR, full sell, TROV, full sell. Both were speculative. And then KOP hit all of my final sell stops. Intraday, it traded down to 24.84. 24.84 is just a little below 24.94, which was my final sell stop level. So the fact that it did not close below 24.94 means that on an end of day basis, it is still a long signal, but it's definitely a 50% sell signal. And to be honest with you, if you're still holding some, put a low a day below 24.84. If it goes to 24.83, you're completely out, because KOP's catalyst was max green BOP. It still maintained green BOP and was moving higher, but now without any green BOP, I have no interest in it. So KOP is a 50% sell in a day basis. For me, we're already out. And then AMBA, man, some guy, if you go look at our comment section after the new positions page, I don't know if it was the most recent one or the Thursday new positions page, but comments were left asking me where my stops are on AMBA following, or it must have been after Friday session. So I got asked where my stops were, and I told them a quarter of it is here, 108.60. A quarter of it is here, below 90.27. And then the rest of the half, to equal all the position, is at 82. It would have been 82.69. So 82.69 is where, let's see, where 90 shares would have been. 45 shares would have been right here. And then 45 shares were sold whenever it moved below 108. Well, shit. Should have made that 50% there, 90 shares at that level, because the 45 shares got taken out today. But the last 45, they held that 92.60 level. But with today's huge sell-off on Max Red BOP and huge volume, I don't even give a shit if this stock turns around. It's going to have to reset up a new long signal for me to even want to be in it. But AMBA, final sell stop is now with the move below 93.06. were long from back here in May, like the 76, 77 area. I don't even know anymore. I can look really quick, but fuck it. So 93.05 becomes the final sell stop level for AMBA if it fails that intraday low of day. And that's the only real sell. Now for the new long positions. 3 speculative long positions. None of these are super high quality, but one of these speculative long positions is Can Slim quality with big earnings growth in the last 3 or 4 quarters. Very, very large sales growth recently. And let's just go ahead and pull it up, actually. I'd rather just show it. MITK, look at the earnings the past 4 quarters. Boom. Look at the sales growth the past 8 quarters. Look at 2015 and 2016 EPS estimates. So even though it's a $3 stock, it's extremely high quality, Can Slim. Wouldn't surprise me if this is a $10 stock by the end of the year if the uptrend continues, or by the end of the summer even. So MITK is producing a pocket pivot point buy signal. Let me get rid of all those oscillators. Pocket pivot point buy signal with a surge in volume, a surge in BOP, and a surge in price. This put it in my new 52-week highs on above average volume scan. It put it in my price volume BOP scan, confirming it being in my Can Slim stock scan. My Can Slim scans doesn't give a shit if a stock is priced above or below $10 a share, so it was in there. So MITK, 1%, because it's, even though it's Can Slim, it's still speculative Can Slim. 0.5% for being in the new 52-week high, 0.5% for being in the price volume BOP confirmed scan. So 2% long position for MITK. It is speculative, but it's, as you just saw with the earnings and sales growth, it's Can Slim quality. It just needs to be a higher price stock. So I think we have a low price gem. Let's see how it works out. And then 2 more long signals in speculative stocks. MTLS, beautiful technical pattern off the April lows. There isn't really a whole lot of fundamental catalyst, but what I really like is that during this most recent base, it traded extremely flat on no volume, with BOP actually increasing in the base. Granted, it did fall for one day, but immediately on this breakout day, BOP surges to a new high level in green BOP on large volume with a pocket pivot point signal with an excellent intraday move. So MTLS, new long signal, 1%. It was only in the price volume BOP scan, was not in any other scan. So this is really, really speculative play. And like I said, there's no real fundamental catalyst. And then also one other new long position, ZIOP. This stock is already a long from one of our amazing and excellent female traders from Israel. She's an excellent, excellent short-term, intermediate-term trader. She went long ZIOP back here around these 3 days. I don't remember which day. I flagged it on the 15th. Did not go long this stock. Regretted it after a few days. But today we've got a huge intraday reversal after a gap down, with BOP moving to an even higher green level, with a nice volume surge on that intraday reversal, producing another pocket pivot point signal. This is its 4th pocket pivot point signal since the end of May. This is a very nice technical pattern off of its, well, coming off of its October lows, but it didn't start to get nice till off of its December lows. So we'll just show that chart here. So off its December lows, nice big uptrend on heavy volume, pulled back on very quiet volume, and now as it starts to move higher again, we have all the volume surges, we have growing green BOP, and we have very solid price action. The low a day of ZIOP and the low a day of MTLS are your final sell stop levels for speculative positions. You can also use the lows of the base, which is what I will be doing. So 846 is my low for MTSL. For ZIOP, my, I guess for this one, because of the big intraday reversal, my low a day sell stop will be at 1099. You could also use 1035. So what I might do, since it's speculative, I might split it up between 11 as a final sell stop and 1035. So this might be one where I split it in half. But overall, the market looks good. But once again, until we get a strong final hour and a strong final minute, I won't be that bullish. Other longs I'm passing on: SNSS, price volume BOP scan, STRP, new 52-week highs and price volume BOP scan. BRLI is coiling, Can Slim quality for a potential breakout. And SPTM made a nice move off the 50-day moving average.